Hi, this is Mark from msmobilenews.com. This is our Orange SPV M700 review. I've started the review with TomTom loaded up on the GPS status screen just to show you all that these devices do have GPS built in. There's no need for an external Bluetooth GPS mouse or anything like that. You can see it's connected here. I'm inside as well, so connections in and out. But yeah, there you go. Just exit that and you'll all see where I live. Okay, for those of you who don't know the device, fairly standard kind of look and feel to it. We've seen a few like this before. Started with the iMate Jam, I guess, as it was best known. So got a nice finish to it. It's a white kind of glossy case. It comes in two colours, white and black. The black one was supposed to be aimed at business customers, white one at consumer. So this is obviously the consumer version. To be honest, there's no difference between the two. And you can see the default orange home screen here, which lets you kind of do the majority of the things that you'd want to do and provide some familiarity between the range. Yeah, so you've got your status LED and earpiece at the top, shows you when you've got a notification of some kind, low battery, message, Wi-Fi connected, something like that. You've got top right the forward-facing 3G video camera. You've got the two soft keys, you've got the keys for making and hanging up phone calls, directional pad for navigation and action in the middle, Windows key to pop down the menu, and OK for general use. You've got on the bottom your mini USB jack, which has got that custom HTC design. That's for your stereo hands-free headset, and also for charging and synchronizing and so on. You've also got microphone, reset hole, infrared port there, and a lanyard slot there. You can see at the bottom right here, this is where the stylus slots in. I'll just pop that out. Got a nice kind of accent to it there, white on the ends as well, which kind of matches the device. And it's kind of chrome as well, and it's one piece, it's not a sliding mechanism, which is nice, feels good to use. Down the side you've got your camera button here to launch the application and then take photos. Mini SD slot covered by a cover as well, which is great, so it means your card won't fall out if you drop your phone or something. And you've also got your voice notes button and power. On top, the device is actually blank, there's nothing on there. It's nice and neat though, it looks good. On the left, you've got the kind of scroll wheel, which is great, pushes into select, works really well, it's got a nice click to it. And you've got an OK button here as well, so that when you're scrolling through, you can choose it there. Now on the back, you've got a grommet for external aerial, barely used by anyone. 2 megapixel camera, typical HTC job really. Not brilliant, but not too bad either. You'll see on the actual review that we've posted online, we've got some photos on there for you to take a look at and a video. And there's the loudspeaker as well. And it's kind of got a couple of raised feet here. The grommet kind of works as one, two, and two small ones on the bottom, so that when you kind of got it face down, it doesn't kind of scratch up the back of the case and so on. Okay, so the device itself comes in a rather hefty box. In the box you get the device itself, obviously, you get the stylus and a spare stylus, you get a general set of manuals and so on, and this sheet here, which again confirms that the satellite navigation is built in. You get a car charger that works off your cigarette lighter, you get a mains charger, you get a chunky leather case, all the usual stuff really, stereo headset, all the usual stuff. Okay, so one of the things that many people have talked about is not being able to find the Orange satellite navigation software, which is advertised on the leaflet. Well, what I just did there was open up Internet Explorer, and then you look through your favourites, and you've got download SatNav from Orange. So here's a good test. Connect to the 3G. Basically, there's a link in your favourites. You go to that. You can download the application. You get a free trial. You can try it out, and it works a bit different to your normal satellite navigation software. The maps aren't stored on your memory card, so you don't need a huge memory card to use it. But you do need a kind of all-you-can-eat package on your GPRS really, or your 3G connection, because the maps are stored centrally on a kind of Orange server. And as you plan a route, it basically calls the maps as you need them. So you don't need the whole of the UK, for example, to be able to plan a route, but it will just grab the maps that you require. Quite a clever solution. It means that they can update the maps whenever they want without you having to kind of download a whole new set of maps and so on. But as I say, it really does kind of live and die by having a decent kind of data tariff. If you haven't got one, I just can't see anyone using this really, because it costs you an arm and a leg to download the maps every 2 seconds. Okay, it seems to be taking its time. Not a good advert for Orange 3G, but hey. Just load it up again. Okay, we're in. So yeah, anyway, there you go. You get a couple of links, download the application. For those of you who didn't know where it was, there you go. Right, so in the device, as you can probably see by now, it's Windows Mobile 5. Means you get a standard set of features that you're all kind of used to by now. Standard Start Today menu. You've got your typical games, Solitaire and Bubble Breaker. I've installed a couple of extra applications on here, but generally speaking, you get the usual host of things. Internet Explorer, Excel mobile, Word mobile, PowerPoint mobile, Zip application, Windows Media Player, all the usual things really. All the things you kind of you should know by now, but if you don't, you get the idea. It's just a scaled down version of Windows really. So you can do your general office work. You can do things like plan and synchronize your calendar, contacts and so on, your inbox. Yeah, it does a whole range of things really. It really does aim to be a kind of all-in-one device, and does them all quite well, to be fair. I don't use the device, for example, as my standalone, as an MP3 player. I don't listen to my music on it. I do have a kind of separate MP3 player for that. Couple of reasons really. One is that I don't like the lack of. It's not that the sound quality is bad, but it's not quite as good, obviously, as a standalone player. Also, the battery life. You don't want to kind of run down your battery every 2 seconds. And finally, one of my biggest kind of bugbears of these phones is that when you pull out the stereo headset, the music starts playing out of the loudspeaker, which can be quite embarrassing. Obviously, you don't want your music kind of blaring out full blast when you just catch your wire, but just a little annoyance really. It does do the job pretty well, and you can watch videos on here in full screen as well and so on. It works landscape as well as portrait, so yeah, it works really well. Okay, so overall, I mean, I really like this device. It is my main device now. It kind of finds its way into my pocket more than any other device I own at the moment. It's quite nice in the hand. It's not too big. It's not too fat either. But it does a whole range of things, and the GPS is just takes the SPV range one step further, really. It's the first SPV to have GPS built into it, and it works really well as well. Kind of good quick fix and so on to the satellites, and yeah, it's nice and accurate. So I wouldn't hesitate to recommend this device to people. I've not had too many problems with it, and I've been using it for a while now. You get the odd kind of software lockup as you'd expect, but nothing too major. So yeah, it's good. It's a good device, and I definitely recommend it. So this is msmobilenews.com. Thanks for listening. See you later.